value, I think, can be very different across the league. There's potential with him at quarterback, but I don't know that a team is willing to give up the farm in order to get Kyler Murray at this point.
I wonder if the Cardinals might have to send a pick.
As part
yeah,
of
can I ask you really quickly, Field, though, because we've seen what happened with Sam Darnold, right? And I don't know if Kyler Murray is a good comp, but is it possible for him to go to a different place under a different coach and really blossom as a quarterback?
Totally. He's got plenty of talent. There was a year in which it was past the halfway point, and we were talking about Kyler Murray as the MVP frontrunner. Let's be clear, though. This feels like one where a change of scenery is best for all parties involved, right? Kyler, I think, would be happier with an opportunity to restart his career somewhere else. And for Arizona, you can kind of clean the books up a little bit and get this offense slowly, perhaps, building back up. There's a part of me that wants to say this offense has some sleeping giant potential because they've got some serious investments. Maybe the best tight end in the NFL in Trey McBride, a guy that took 4th overall, who some called a generational prospect in Marvin Harrison Jr. And then Michael Wilson last year played like the player that we thought Marvin Harrison Jr. was supposed to be when Marv was on the sidelines for them. Now, they got to clean up the right side of the offensive line in a major way, but there's just so much uncertainty around that quarterback spot. I wish I could pull out a crystal ball or Adam Schefter's drafted tweets and tell you what's going to happen among.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today, we are deep in the NFL off-season rumor mill, and the smoke is getting thick. We are talking about the Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray, and a franchise at a crossroads. The panel on NFL Live just laid out the most fascinating quarterback dilemma of the entire offseason, and it involves a former MVP candidate who might be traded for what amounts to spare change. This is the Kyler Murray conundrum, and it could reshape multiple franchises. Let's start with the financial reality. Kyler Murray has $36.8 million guaranteed this year, and a ticking clock. If he's on the roster on the 3rd day of the league year, about 5 weeks from now, another $19.5 million for 2027 becomes guaranteed. The Cardinals have a decision to make, and fast. As the panel notes, if they can't find a trade partner by mid-March, they'll likely have to release him. And that's where it gets wild. The question posed is brutally honest. Are you willing to give up Kyler Murray for a day 3 pick? Because that might be the reality. His contract is massive, his production has plateaued, and he's been injured. The market might not be there for a significant return. The panel even floats the unthinkable. I wonder if the Cardinals might have to send a pick as part of a trade. A former number 1 overall pick, attached with draft capital just to get off his deal? It sounds insane. But as they point out, we just watched Sam Darnold resurrect his career in Seattle and win a Super Bowl. Stranger things have happened. This brings us to the landing spots, and this is where the analysis gets electric. The first name thrown out? The New York Jets. They have cap space. They have a desperate need for a quarterback. And they have a history of taking swings on reclamation projects. The logic is simple. If you can get Kyler for a low-round pick, you take the chance. If it works, you're a genius. If it doesn't, you cut ties. It's a lottery ticket. But then, the panel drops the Vikings as the dark horse candidate, and this is the perfect storm of speculation. Kevin O'Connell is a quarterback connoisseur. The Vikings thought they were competing for a Super Bowl last year and fell short. They have J.J. McCarthy, but he's unproven. Bringing in Kyler Murray would create legitimate competition, push McCarthy, and give O'Connell a dynamic, experienced starter to run his offense. It's the kind of bold, creative move that changes a franchise's trajectory overnight. As one analyst puts it, Kyler would give them some energy and some competition in a room and maybe bring out the best in J.J. McCarthy. The segment also touches on the George Pickens to Packers rumors and the Alec Pierce to Steelers chatter, but the quarterback carousel is the headliner. The Cardinals are at a pivot point. Do they reset and build around a rookie contract? Or do they bet that a new coaching staff can unlock the talent that once made Kyler an MVP frontrunner? And let's not forget the Max Crosby element. The Raiders' defensive star is clearly unhappy after being placed on IR against his will. The panel breaks down his emotional press conference, his insane 4:55 a.m. grind, and the looming question, does he want out? If he does, the Raiders have to decide, trade their franchise cornerstone for a haul of picks, or try to rebuild around a 28-year-old pass rusher who wants to win now. This is the beauty of the NFL offseason. Every rumor is a chess move. Every potential trade is a bet on the future. And right now, Kyler Murray and Max Crosby are the 2 biggest pieces on the board. What do you think? Is Kyler Murray worth a second-round pick? Would the Vikings be the perfect landing spot for him? And should the Raiders trade Max Crosby for a king's ransom, or build around him? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you love this level of off-season trade deadline chaos, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.